Dress to Impress Halloween update is right around the corner, or maybe already here depending on when you watch this video. The Lana Lore has been insane and a bit confusing, so don't worry because I'm going to summarize everything you need to know for the Lana Lore Halloween update. Welcome back, and if you're new here, I'm Size back with another Lana Lore video. Make sure to stick to the end of the video because I'm sure there's stuff in here that you don't know to fully understand the Lana Lore. So people have been caught in the frenzy of Dress to Impress, obsessed with curating the perfect outfit for the theme. So busy in fact that they never noticed Lana, but she noticed you, always watching from the shadows. Her eyes linger through the windows, lurking, plotting her revenge. Now, how can there be so many Lanas, and why does she want revenge? Lana kept a diary that gave us hints at her frustration and plans. It says, "I hate it here. I've been working here 24/7 with no breaks." Lana goes on to say nobody knows her name, calling her the Nail Lady. "I'm more than just the Nail Lady. I'll get my revenge when they least expect it." Now, this may seem extreme, but Lana is at a really low point in her life. Lana found out she was diagnosed with cancer. She started working at the salon to pay for her medical treatments. So imagine trying to make ends meet by working at a place 24/7 with entitled snot-nosed kids who can't even remember her name. In a new diary, we found out Lana has a doppelganger and that she's been trapped in an undisclosed location. Lana then says she thinks this doppelganger is the reason people have started going missing. Now, there are some Lana Lore games. One of them is called The Fortress, where we learn the cult is taking advantage of Lana. They are manipulating her by saying they will help her get revenge on the Dress to Impress players. But the cult leader actually has his own plans. If you go into free play mode, there's this disturbing mural of this creature. It has multiple eyes and what I assume other body parts in it. Its texture seems familiar to this meat room that was temporarily in Dress to Impress. Inside the room, it looks like flesh, and at one point there was a key in it that had Lana's name on it, insinuating Lana is still locked up in this shed. Also, I think it means Lana is literally the key, possibly the key to unlocking the cult's full potential. Also, in the murals, the creature's behind Lana like it's a shadow, almost as if it's been a part of Lana this whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if in the Halloween update we find out Lana has been connected to this creature from a young age, and the cult is trying to manipulate her into using her powers. In the Lana Lore game, Sanagen's Gallery, we get a mini summary of the lore. However, something is really off. The only thing you hear is a clock ticking. On the wall, we see the mural of Lana and the creature, and another version with the creature getting even closer. There are even more weird pics, like ones with Dress to Impress with vines and leaves all over it, and pictures of Lana with some saying apple or vessel, you'll meet it soon. So the Dress to Impress lore was kind of quiet until one day everyone logged in and saw Lana acting really strange. It's like she went crazy. She was starting to pass out and then would start glitching as her body started to turn and break in unnatural ways. It appeared she was at her limit and was going to have a mental breakdown, or worse, like some kind of exorcism. The next day, when you went into the salon and Dress to Impress, Lana was gone. There were moving boxes as if she had moved away. Every sign of Lana was gone. The doppelgangers, the meat room, the portal inside the DTI logo was covered up as if they were trying to cover up a secret. If you looked at the floor in the salon, there was nail polish on the ground and footsteps by the shelf. Walking through this shelf would lead you to the creepy basement under Dress to Impress. Inside a cage was Lana, who looked like she had lost all hope of ever escaping. Above the cage it said Lana 1 and Lana 2. A lot of people think this is showing us that this is the original Lana since she's wearing a skirt and the doppelganger Lana was wearing pants. However, I think this is showing us that this is the first Lana doppelganger and the original is the one locked up in the shed in the Lana Lore game Forest. There's also a diary that leads us to the user Lena Does Nails. Her profile said, "I always wanted to work for them, yet she was in my way." On the ground in the DTI basement is a scythe with glass all around it as if there was some kind of fight. This scythe looks like it could easily go with the cult leader Agamemnon's outfit. There are also 2 doors which seem to hint at this being the entrance to the new Lana Lore games. On Lana's profile, there are 2 unplayable games called the Meat Room and one that spells Dress to Impress backwards. Shortly after this, we were greeted with a new face in the Salon. Lena had completely taken over the Salon, replacing Lana, and she looks a lot like Lana, basically the same if Lana were to just take down her hair. What was interesting is the cult said Lena is only temporary. I had a theory that it's because Lena is actually the Lana doppelganger and she's still glitching, and the glitching turns them into these weird creatures we've seen before. So one day we all logged into Dress to Impress only to see Lana had completely vanished. The cage with Lana in it was completely gone. The writing on the wall insinuating to the doppelgangers was also gone too. Now this was actually because Roblox asked the developers to take it down to keep the game all ages friendly. Now while this sucks, what was interesting that the developers said was this does not affect the lore. Now, why would Lana being in the cage not affect the lore? That was the most gag-worthy thing we've seen in the lore so far. Maybe it's because that was never the real Lana. Like I said earlier, this wasn't the original Lana, but the first doppelganger. Them disappearing doesn't matter. Plus, while Lana was still trapped in the cage, the shed from the Lana Lore game still had the banging on the wall as if someone was desperately trying to escape. I think this is where the real Lana has been this whole time. So the Dress to Impress developers gave us a sneak peek at Lana's family and it does not look like she's had a happy story. We found out there will be 3 quests for the Halloween update. In part 1, the players spawn in the middle of the forest by a water well where they have to find their way back to Lana's childhood home before it gets dark. I'm scared as to what may happen if we don't reach Lana's house before it gets dark. Part 2 is the hospital where players spawn inside the entrance of the hospital. The objective is to find the ripped pieces of the hospital navigation map scattered across the hospital for players to explore different parts of the hospital that will each explain more of Lana's backstory. When players get to the rooftop of the hospital path successfully, a full moon will be visible, impending sacrifice of the real Lana. A helicopter will start flying down to the players and then players will teleport to part 3 of the underground catacomb / boss battle. I think here we'll learn more about the creature at the hospital and how it's connected to Lana. Maybe the cult leaders found Lana at the hospital. I'm really intrigued but also nervous about this boss battle that's gonna happen. Imagine we see the cult leader Agamemnon and then he transforms into the creature that we've seen before. What do you all think about this lore so far? Make sure to follow because I will be covering the Halloween lore and all the secrets and Easter eggs it holds. Also, follow my other socials like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok where we talk about even more lore. If we get to 20k on Instagram or Snapchat, I will give away 20 VIPs and custom makeups. All links are in the description down below. If you want your fan art displayed in the next video, make sure to @ me on Twitter or post it in my Discord down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.